I need more club head speed on my golf clubs. So I picked up this. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. Hey, I have been doing some golfing this summer, and I realized finally after kind of going to the simulators that my swing speed is not where I thought it would be, and definitely not where I am happy with it. Now, that's because I wasn't really hitting any of my clubs as far as I wanted to. There are some other reasons probably for it, because I've gone to single length clubs. They are a little shorter, and I created with my hybrids and my driver a single length club as well. So it's quite a bit shorter. You may have seen a video on that. I created a 40-inch driver, which I love, but the key to getting more distance out of it is to get the club head speed up. Now, I will tell you, when I was swinging my driver, the driver of all clubs, the fastest club probably in your bag, I was only getting about 78 miles an hour on average. So that's pretty slow. It's kind of senior level golf. And one of the things that I realized is I'm not getting my release right. I'm just kind of swinging the club as opposed to whipping that club around and creating a lot of energy. And so I picked this up. Not even sure what it's called. It's called the Power Stick. I saw some reviews about this, but it kind of seemed like the latest and greatest in technology to improve your swing timing. Now, I will tell you that now that I've been looking at it, I'm probably more impressed with it than I initially thought I would be. First of all, it's about 40 inches in length here, so it's kind of about the length of my driver. It's probably a good length to kind of condition you for your irons or your woods. It has one of these training grips on it, so for you right-handed people it would be just like this. You put your thumb here just like that, and the other hand rolls over there, so we've got spaces for all your hands, so you kind of can't do your grip wrong. And for me, I like that overlapping grip. If you interlock, it works just fine there too. Pretty grippy, you can see here. Now we have a shaft that goes all the way down here. It's kind of silver looking, and it's much thinner than a regular golf shaft, and that's actually okay. I'm assuming maybe it's graphite or a fiberglass or something like that. It kind of reminds me actually of a fishing rod more than anything, and what I want to show you here is that it is flexible. And that's actually something that impressed me, because one of the things that you can do is just get some flexible rods with weights on the end to kind of get yourself to essentially cast, but to release the club head right, so that you're getting the most club head speed at the time of impact. Because it's not just swinging like a pendulum, it's really kind of getting down here and then releasing through the shot. Now, I'm kind of chicken winging it because I didn't want to hit my tripod, but you would kind of bring it out here and then release right here to here, right? So right here to here. And that extra kind of speed as you're whipping that club around is what really gets you the club head speed beyond just swinging it. Now on the bottom end here we have this kind of weighted bulb. It's plastic, but it seems to have a little weight on it. Not a ton of weight. You can see we have like a little fake golf ball at the end there. But the real key to this thing and getting the timing down is this piece right in the middle. So we will kind of feel through this flexible shaft as you are swinging it. But to really know that you are maximizing the centrifugal force, maximizing your club head speed, is this little device here that looks like a giant egg. It's actually 3 pieces, and they're all plastic, but in this middle piece we have a magnet, and it seems like it's a pretty strong magnet. And then we have a slider right here that has like a metal plate, and that will be held in place with this magnet, right? And so the grip's up here, and as you swing, the centrifugal force kind of fires this bottom piece out, and it will collide on the bottom here. You can see we actually have a metal sleeve right here. Looks like there's kind of 2 metal washers, so you don't have to worry about it breaking, I hope. You don't have to worry about like plastic shattering on each other. And that's pretty loud. You might be able to hear it. And so when you reach that peak point where it's going to have enough energy to pull this piece away from the magnet, and this isn't that heavy, so you're going to need some decent speed, then it will kind of fire it down, and you'll hear it click on the bottom. And so as I'm swinging it down, I can't get it to kind of release it right now, but you'll hear this hit there, and hopefully your timing will be such that I'm guessing that you want it to be at the bottom of your swing, or maybe just beyond where the ball would be. So this will come down and hit, and you'll hear that crack. And between feeling it and then starting to get this piece to break away is kind of what is going to help you improve your timing. Make sure that you're getting that snap, you're getting that release in the right spot. Now, this little piece up here is a little twist knob, and you can see we have numbers on the top here. And what I am assuming this will do is when you twist this piece and line it up with this little arrow. Right now we're on a 1. I think that's the weakest setting. Doesn't seem to require a lot of effort to pull it away from that magnet. What we can do here is we can twist this, and I think it's going to lower the magnet closer and closer to this little piece here. And that's going to increase the strength of the magnet to the plate and require you to swing it harder to get this to release. So I will tell you, there's a little arrow right here that obviously lines up with this number. This little arrow is black. It's just molded into the plastic. What I did is I actually took some white sticky tape and cut a little arrow so that you could see it on camera there. But what we can do here, and I'm just going to hold it by the grip up here, and I'm going to turn this. If I turn it like this, we get it to 2, 3, 4, and 5 is the highest level. And so now I think that magnet is pretty low, and if I try to pull on this, it's quite a bit harder. All right? Yep, just like that. So you're gonna have to swing it a lot faster. In fact, I don't know that it's an exact science, but they do have the power stick settings down here. So if you're swinging between 70 and 80 miles per hour and it's on setting 1, you are going to be able to break the weight free here. And so if I turn it to setting 1 and just use my regular swing, I think I should be able to get this to release. If I go to setting 2, it says for 80 to 85 miles an hour. Setting 3, 85 to 90, setting 4, 95 to 100, and setting 5, over 100 miles per hour. Over 100 is kind of fast for amateur golfers. And then we have a little code here for how long your driver will go at those speeds. And this seems about right. So for me, it says swing speed 70, 80, your driver distance about 180 yards. You know, I'm carrying a little bit further than that, but with roll and everything, total distance is maybe a little higher. But what I would love to do is be at about the 95 mile per hour mark, and that should give me about 225 to 250 yard distance, and I'd be perfectly happy with that. Over 100 would be awesome. But knowing that I'm about 78 miles an hour right now, just see what kind of club head speed I can get. And I really think it's more about kind of learning and getting the feel for the timing more than anything else. So let's get practicing. So I have this thing set on 1 for the lowest swing speed, and if I can't get this thing to snap, it's going to be hella embarrassing. So let's just see what we can do here. Yeah! Wow. That is really loud, actually. Alright, so at least I'm not on the minimum swing speed. I'm going to hit it to put it on setting 2 here. Yeah, man, I'm crushing it. Let's go up to 3. It's like child's play. Let's just crank it up to 5. Let's see what that sucker does. I'm a beast. I'm a beast. All right, now. What I was kind of hoping, there we go, is that it would reset on its own in the backswing. So if I go here, got it to snap, and now if I bring it back here and raise it up, looks like it'll reset on its own, so I can get back through there again. Looks like you gotta give it a second, but they say to practice with this and swing it 10 times a day to improve your club head speed. And I would say it seems like it's going to be pretty easy to use, and I like the flexibility of the shaft, and feels good in the hand. I mean, I definitely think this could help you. I actually wouldn't mind even a little more resistance there. You want that crack to happen right at the low point of the swing, or maybe just after it, so that it's kind of hitting max club head speed at the ball or right through it. Make sure you're accelerating through it. But I tell you what, I think my average club head speed is 80-ish miles an hour, or maybe a little bit more, and I'm having no trouble snapping this thing even on level 5. So if you want to pick up this little swing trainer, I'll put a link to it in the description below. Peter from Panda, out.